Okay, so good day everyone. My name is Marian Joy Finisa of BSN English 3A, and I will be going to report about implementing a curriculum daily in the classroom. When we talk about curriculum daily in the classroom, it actually refers to the lesson plans. Okay, how to implement a lesson plan every day. Now, we have here the DEPRED Order number 70 series of 2012. If my information wasn't mistaken, it is actually about the uh, having the teachers actually required to present a lesson plan before conducting a discussion. Yun na. With the requirement na, if the teacher has 2 years, less than 2 years of work experience, they are required to submit a detailed lesson plan. But if you are a teacher that is more than 2 years experience, you don't have to actually follow or to require to submit a lesson plan. There are teaching guides, teaching manuals that can be serve as your basis on your discussions. Ayan na. And since we're talking about lesson plans, no, the requirement lesson plans should have these 5 parts. You have the objectives, the subject matter, the procedure, the assessment, and the assignment. Then, we have here, first is the objectives or the intended learning outcome. We talk about intended learning outcome. This is the objective, right? Yan ako. The desired learning focus of the lesson, meaning what you want the students to actually achieve at the end of the discussion should be written here. Aside from that, learning results are based on taxonomy of objectives. We talk about taxonomy, Bloom's taxonomy na yun ang musod sa atong utok. We will further discuss it later on. Then, develop more HOTS than LOTS for learners. I'll discuss it later po. ILO should be written in smart way. So, mean smart, I guess, muna siya ang specific, measurable, attainable, result-oriented, and then time-bound. Meaning, your lesson plan should incorporate this SMART method. Okay? Muna something about the objectives. Now, we have here, muna siya ang taxonomy, Bloom's taxonomy. On the left side, that is the old version, and then the right side muna ang new version. We have here remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. So, i-divide na siya into two. We have remembering, understanding, and applying. That is the low order thinking skills, which means all of the lessons are more incorporated with remembering or memorizing. Yan na. Meanwhile, analyzing, evaluating, and creating needs cognitive thinking in order to understand or to answer a couple of discussions. Muna siya ang higher order thinking skill. Mula kag thinking out of the box. Hinga na siya yung method when applying. Muna siya ha. Muna ang Bloom's taxonomy. This will be serves as a basis bitaw on what kind of a lesson or achievement you were trying the students to attain at the end of the discussion. Yeah. Pwede kag diri ka nga words mamili in order to figure out the objectives that you're trying your students to attain at the end of the discussion. Yan na. But also, when choosing when choosing the learnings that you want the students to achieve, you also have to consider their level of knowledge. You cannot conduct a discussion without considering the levels of knowledge of the students. Why so? Levels of knowledge has different stages. The same goes with the taxonomy. Okay, we have here the factual knowledge, meaning there are students that more on ideas, information, remembering ra. Yeah, when it talks about plants, ang factual knowledge more on about parts of the plants ra. Mura na ilang nabawaan. When we talk about conceptual knowledge, mga concept ra, how the parts of the plants relate to each other. Yan na ba? Yeah. So, how they function together. Yeah. procedural knowledge unsa ko na ilang work as a plant. Ang metacognitive knowledge is all about what's the purpose why these plants existed in the universe or something. Nga na. Okay? And the reason why I told you that it is important to consider this level of knowledge because you find it very inappropriate that a college student will be given out a task nga pangutanon ka what are these parts of plants. It does not find any appropriateness bitaw with their level of knowledge. The same goes when a kindergarten imong tagaan og topic about how the universe works. Yan na. You have to consider these things too in discussing the objectives of the lesson plan. Okay? Next is the subject matter. Okay, subject matter comes from the body of knowledge that will be learned by the guidance of teacher. Meaning, subject matter contains the topic that you are going to discuss towards the students. This contains all the information you want the students to actually learn. Yan na, muna sa subject matter. Next is the procedures. When we talk about procedures now, this is the crux of the curriculum implementation. How the teacher will actually play out the discussion of the subject matter. Makaingon magutagot. If the subject matter is the head, the procedure will be the body. How you will integrate the body. How you will have the students actually learn bitaw. Yan na siya. Then, when we talk about methods of having these topics discussed towards the students, we have their different methods. We have the direct demonstration approach. When we talk about direct demonstration methods, no, it refers to like directly discussing the students and then kanang murag it seems like a spoon feeding. Murag na yung methods. Then, cooperatives learning approaches. When we talk about cooperatives, meaning group approach, students will have to cooperate with each other. Next is deductive or inductive approaches, meaning asking questions, and then other approaches we have integrated approach, mga modular approach, yan na. And then take note that students also have their own different methods of learning. Okay, students have different methods of learning, so you have to consider put these students different methods of learning when choosing a proper procedure, because it is inappropriate bitaw. There's this thing that we call that one size fits all, right? Free size. But in class naman good, there is no such thing as one size fits all. Not because nakapili na kag method in discussing the topic means nga makasabot ang mga students. Okay? That's not it. So you have to consider their methods of learning, because there's sometimes students who are good at visuals, auditory, and kinesthetic. Nga maka-learn sila through visual aids. Ang uban maka-learn through hearing. Okay? Hearing, makadungog sila something. And then napoy uban maka-learn po through body language. Okay? Participate na mo sila activity or something. Okay? You have to conduct different approaches, not just one. Okay? There's no such thing as one size fits all in classes. Okay? Students have different learnings. Okay? So I have here a Cone of Learning by Edgar Dale. Okay? And the Cone of Learning of Edgar Dale is actually refers to the involvement of the students and then the retention of their learnings. Yeah, since medyo complex man siya nga cone of learning, I have here simplified. Yan na siya. Depending on the involvement of the student, with its learning material. Nagbase pod ang ilahang rate of retention about the information, the learnings nga ilang gikuha. Let's say for example, in reading, gamay ka siya improve involvement. So there will be only 10% of retention of the information. Magbasa ka. Unlike to teach others, kay ug mo teach kag others, involved kay ka. So 90% of the retention, 90% of the information will be retained. Una nga na. So, may nga sila nga depending may nga sila no nga depending on your involvement, the retention of your learning will be based. And that would be all for my part. Thank you.